I got the new iPhone 16 Pro and I decided to set this phone as a new phone instead of restoring it from my 8 years old iCloud backup because I'm in a minimalist stage of my life, and in that backup there was a lot of junk. So it took me a week to set this phone as a new phone the way I like it, and more importantly the way I use it. So here's what's on my iPhone 16 Pro as a trader and productivity not expert but enthusiast. Let's start with the lock screen. The top left widget is the weather widget app, pretty straightforward. Then the plus icon is the Instagram camera app. It takes me to the Instagram stories camera application so that I can directly post on Instagram. The third widget is the Day One app. So that is a digital journal app I have been using for the past 2 years. 20 means that I'm on a 20-day journaling streak, which is pretty good for me. It just reminds me to journal every single day. I won't open it because it's my personal journal. Bottom left is the Things 3 app, which is the to-do app I use every single day. I'm going to show you that a bit later. It used to be flashlight, but because on the new iPhone 15s and 16s, you have the the action button. So my flashlight is actually the action button. And the bottom right used to be camera, but now it's ChatGPT because on the new iPhone 16s, we have the camera capture button, which I actually use to open the camera app. And that is the only use case for me, honestly. I think Apple overcomplicated it because I use it to open the camera app, but while actually taking pictures, I feel like if you try to press this camera capture button, it shakes up the camera. So the only use case for me is to open the camera app, and then I have remapped the camera button to ChatGPT. It directly takes me to ChatGPT. Now let's start with the home screen. And before the home screen, let's take a look at the widgets I have on this today view or widget view or whatever. Camera privacy on. This is the shortcut. I have 4 shortcuts at the top. Camera privacy on means that while I'm actually at home, it's gonna actually rotate the camera to face a wall that I have in my living area. And it's going to turn on the camera privacy. So it's going to shut down the audio and the video recording because I don't trust technologies with my personal life. I mean, I use my phone, but again, camera privacy off means that while I'm actually away, if I click this automation and shortcut, it's going to automatically rotate the camera to face my living area so that I can keep a track of my dog, and it's going to turn off the camera privacy. Ask ChatGPT means that if I click on this, it's going to open a window right there. I can ask ChatGPT whatever I want. What's the weather like today, which is stupid thing to ask ChatGPT. But if I ask ChatGPT, it doesn't actually open the app itself. It's going to give me the answer in a window at the top. Sometimes it takes a while, but here you go. The answer is here. You don't actually have to open the ChatGPT app, which is pretty convenient. Talk to ChatGPT means if you click on this, you can actually speak with ChatGPT. I honestly feel like it's very, very useful. I pay for ChatGPT and I use this minimum 4 to 5 times a day to just brainstorm ideas or whatever. If I have any question in my mind, I just ask ChatGPT instead of searching on Google or something. Now under the shortcuts widget, I have the world clock, Dubai because I live in Dubai, Melbourne because I used to live in Australia before Dubai, and before Australia I used to live in India, and that's why I have New Delhi, and then New York because I work according to US timings because I trade in the US stock market. Under that, I have the batteries widget, which is pretty convenient. Then I have these cameras, Dubai living room and the bedroom, whatever. And then under that, we have the currency because I work and I make and lose money as a trader in USD, but I have my investments in AUD, Australian dollar. So it's a good currency converter. VPN towards the right, which is pretty straightforward. Then we have the screen time. Under the screen time, I have this Stocard app, STOCARD. So it keeps a track of all your reward card system, the barcodes. It's actually a really good app. I have been using this app for the past 6-7 years. I don't think there's any good alternative to it. It's a pretty straightforward app. If you guys know of any good alternatives, let me know. But this is really neat. They have the Apple Watch app as well. So if I'm going for my grocery shopping or something, if I buy anything, I can just scan the barcode using my Apple Watch and pay using my Apple Watch. They have the widget as well. They have the iPhone app as well. So it's really convenient. I use it almost every single day. Underneath that, we have the news widget. At the moment, I haven't been using this widget, but honestly, I want to get more into news reading, and that's why the widget is here, so that in future, hopefully I get better at it. Now let's start with the home screen, the top widget. So the idea of the home screen is that the icons and the apps that I actually have to click are at the bottom end of the screen so that it's easier for me to reach those apps. And the apps and the widgets that I only have to look at, I don't have to click on them. They are at the top. So that's the idea of the home screen. I think it's working out pretty nicely. So at the top left, it's the 83. It's just a Days app. They have a widget. I think I pay for it yearly, but it's a really neat app. They have the good widget. They have a really good, beautiful widget. You can change the wallpaper and everything on it. So in 33 days, 83 means I need to get down to 83 kgs in the next 33 days. At the moment, I am 86 kgs, down from 90 to 93 kgs at the beginning of the year. So it's a really good app to remind myself every single day that you need to get your shit together. On the right, I have the Photos app. So it just cycles through an album. I have the widget album under my Photos app, and in that I just have photos of my family and dog and whatever. Then I have the calendar, which I have to actually click sometimes, and that's why it's underneath that. I don't have to actually click on the photos widget. I don't have to click on the days widget, but calendar, I actually have to click it. So it's very convenient. And these are the small things that help you customize your phone according to your needs, right? It's just pretty easy for me to do. Instead of it having it at the top, I need to reach the top, but now it's pretty easy, right? It's reachable. So anything useful, bottom half of the screen. Anything that I only have to look at, top half of the screen. Then towards the right, I have the Things app, which is the to-do app. I showed you I have the icon on the lock screen as well. So pretty nice and clean to-do app. And I also have the Mac OS MacBook app as well. So it just syncs nicely across my devices. Underneath that, I have the Photos and ChatGPT again. Then Finance are all the banking apps. And then Shopping, I have the Apple Store, Amazon, Percent Arabica, UAE, the coffee I love here in Dubai, Kareem to order in food, Deliveroo to order in food. Like for shopping, I only have 5 apps as of now because I haven't done any online shopping in the past 1 or 2 weeks. And that is the reason of setting it up as a new phone. Now, slowly and steadily, once I decide to shop more online, I'm going to install a few more apps. But as of now, I only have 5 apps. Now in the health folder, I have the Apple default health app, then the auto sleep, which I don't use often since the time Apple actually released their own sleep feature on the health. I think it was 1 or 2 years ago, but auto sleep is the app that I have been using for the past 3 or 4 years because I actually wear my Apple Watch to bed. And then we have the watch, pretty straightforward to control my Apple Watch. Then we have the fitness, then the Y Things, which is the digital scale I have. It automatically syncs with the Y Things app. So I have the Y Things body scale plus, I think it tracks the body fat percentage and everything. So it automatically syncs with Wi-Fi and I can see my weight gain or weight drop and the body fat percentage or whatever on the app itself directly. And that scale, I think I remember when I bought it. I bought it in June 2017. That was a birthday gift to myself. So I have been using that scale for the past 8 years almost, which is amazing, right? And then Sadhguru is the meditation app I have been using every single day. Rep Count is the app that I use to keep a track of my workouts at the gym. And honestly, there are a few new really good apps, but I just haven't switched because if you look at the history, let's take a look at incline dumbbell press, right? So I had a rib fracture, so I had to reduce the chest bench press and all the weights, but my peak was like I think 40 kgs or something, but I fractured my ribs. So yeah, you guys can see my PR is like 40 kgs for a set of like 2 reps. Now, if I go back, I can go all the way back to 2015, which is pretty amazing, right? So that's why I'm not switching any workout apps because this app has all my history. I don't have any complaints. It's pretty straightforward, so I love it. Then we have Gym Nation, which is the gym I go to. It's the barcode to enter the gym and exit the gym or whatever. NRC is the Nike Run Club. So in 2024, I have actually started running and this is the first time I'm enjoying running. So this is the app that keeps a track of all my workouts. They have good training plans and everything. Like it's free as well, which is amazing. I honestly feel like NRC app should be paid. I don't know how they are free. It's a really good app, but it should be paid. And I will be more than willing to pay for this app, but it's just free. That is pretty much it in the health folder. And now this is the social media, the online communication folder. I have the messages, then the WhatsApp business, Discord, Instagram, because we have a Discord community as well, X, Threads, YouTube Studio, pretty straightforward. I don't have to explain these things. Bottom is the app that you actually use in UAE a lot because the FaceTime won't work in UAE. So Bottom is the app that I use. TikTok and then Reddit. Yeah, pretty straightforward, nothing to explain right here. This is the trading folder app. So I have TradingView, which is the charting software I use every single day. Like this is the best charting software. I actually don't trade off my phone, but the charting, looking at the technicals and everything, I use this app 10 times a day. Then we have the IBKR. This is the interactive brokers. I actually use interactive brokers to execute my trades on the desktop platform. I don't use my phone to place my orders, but it's good for the 2-factor authentication and everything. CNBC is the app that I use to keep a track of any news related to the stock market or any news that can actually affect the stock market. So yeah, pretty straightforward CNBC. Next to trading folder, I have the books folder. So I have my books, my podcast, Audible. Notability is the app that I use to keep a track of my journal, which I made a video about how I use this app. I'm going to link that video towards the end of this video. Audible is the app that I use every single day. More than reading books, I like listening to books, and that's how I actually started trading. When I started trading, I had a full-time job in the morning and I was trading at night. I was working out at the gym in the evening. I did not have time to read physical books. But at the gym, while doing cardio, while on my walks from work, I used to listen to Audible. So I started trading by listening to books, trading books on Audible, which is pretty amazing. And then we have the Notion app, which I use to keep track of my YouTube videos, my trading. I have my playbook right here. If I go in trading, playbook, decent setups and everything. So yeah, I use Notion almost every single day again. And that's why on this phone, I only have apps that I actually use every single day, right? And then we have the Apple Notes, which I actually don't use often. And I think Apple, they have upgraded Apple Notes with a lot more new features. So I should actually move from Notability to Notes, because Notability is a paid application. Apple Notes, you can use it for free. They have made quite a few good changes. But as of now, I just use Apple Notes to make quick notes of my shopping list or something. Day One app is the digital journal app, which I showed you already. It's on my lock screen as well, the widget, the 20 days widget. On the next page, I have the Athletic app. This is actually the Whoop replacement for the Apple Watch. So it keeps a track of your recovery, your sleep. This sleep hasn't been working out nicely for me since I moved over to the new phone and new watch. I don't know what's happening. I actually slept. If you look at the widget underneath it, the sleep widget, which is the Apple widget, I actually slept for 7 hours, 29 minutes. But I don't know, this Athletic app is only showing 4 hours, 12 minutes. So yeah, it's actually a paid app. It's quite expensive. It's $40 or $50 a year. I got it this year, so I might not renew it if this issue keeps on reoccurring for me. But yeah, it used to work nicely on my old watch and on my old iPhone. Recovery, exertion, energy burn, your sleep and everything. So yeah, it used to work really nicely. Now it's not. Pretty progress. It's just a pretty app that shows you that we are done with 78% this year. If you actually click on it, it shows you that past means we are done with 9 months, 12 days, 11 hours and 11 minutes and 56 seconds this year already. And we have 2 months, 18 days, 12 hours and 47 minutes remaining this year. So just a good reminder to get your shit together and stick to your New Year resolutions. Now coming to the last few folders, I have the photo and video folders. Lightroom is the app that I use again almost every single day to edit my videos. Canva is the app that I use to design and edit my thumbnails. Captions is another app that you can edit and add captions on your Instagram Reels and TikTok videos. This is a really good app. I feel like this is the best caption and subtitle app you can have on your phone. Load a CCD just to control my lights at the back. And CapCut is another video editing software. Final Cut Camera and Blackmagic Cam are the professional manual cameras for the iPhone. I actually haven't used these apps, but I want to get more into how to use these apps and learn to how to use these apps. LifeX is another. I have a light at the back right here, the LED strip light. So this actually controls that light. Next to photos and videos, this is the boring folder. We have the voice memos, like all the boring apps right here. So shortcuts and Find My and Virgin Mobile, whatever, like to pay your electricity and water and mobile phone bills and whatnot. So all the extra apps go in here. And usually for most of the apps in this folder, I actually don't open this folder. I just use the Spotlight search to open the app directly. Entertainment is the entertaining folder. I have Netflix, Apple TV right here, then PS app again to control and take a look at my PS5 apps and everything. Athletic is the football application that I use to keep a track of the football teams and scores and whatever. Then I installed these games on the new iPhone. I never played any games. I did not install any games on my old iPhone, but when I got this new one, I'm like, I want to get more into gaming. I only played like maybe Call of Duty twice, maybe for 20 minutes in totals. But if you guys have any good games recommendation, let me know in the comment section below. After that, we have the real estate folder. Property Finder is to keep a track of the UAE property market. Realestate.com.au is to keep a track of the Australian property market. That is pretty much it. The final widget is the Lose It app. This is the app that I use to keep a track of my intermittent fasting. At the top, you guys can see 15 hours, 29 minutes fast completed. On weekends, it's usually 15 to 16 hours fast for me. On weekdays, it's usually more than 16 hours because on weekends, sometimes I eat a bit later at night at 7, 8 p.m. So yesterday night, I stopped eating at 6 p.m. and this morning I had my first meal at 9:30 a.m. and it just keeps a track of my macros, how much I'm eating, how much I need to eat to lose weight and everything like that. So yeah, there are plenty of good apps out there. This is the app that I tried. I loved it. I paid for it, so I'm a lifetime member now. Before this, I used to use MyFitnessPal, but I think it got really bad. Like MyFitnessPal had like a downward curve. Like they used to be really good, but after the advertisements and they are so expensive now, I just stopped using this app and moved over to Lose It. So yeah, that's it. What's on my iPhone 16 Pro as a trader and productivity enthusiast. This is something new I'm trying on this channel. And honestly, videos like my travel setup, my day trading setup get the most amount of views on my channel. So yeah, this video actually might get a lot of views. If you guys have any good games recommendation for iPhones, let me know in the comment section below. And any favorite apps that you like for trading or whatever that I can try out, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.